Hi, how you doing? Quite a few people left comments on the previous YouTube videos about playing songs that they were struggling to get their chord changes fast enough. So I just want to share with you a little exercise that I give to all my private students to help speed up your open chord changes, or any chord change really actually at all, but particularly with your open chords. And what the idea of this is it's called 1 minute changes, and it happened when I started teaching at a district high school, really funny school back in Australia, where I had some young kids in the class that wouldn't practice their chord changes and they were being a bit pants really at it. So I invented this little game where I tried to get them changing chords as many times as they could in 1 minute, and suddenly they all got really good. And I realised that it was the exercise that was benefiting them, so I showed it to adults and it worked for them too. So this exercise works across the board. Now what the idea is, you need some sort of timer, like a watch or a little egg timer or something like that, that runs for 1 minute. And then what you're going to do is you're going to practice changing between two chords, only two chords, for that 1 minute, and see how you go. So let's say we were doing D to E. Then you'd look at you get your little stopwatch up, you get it ready to go, press start, and then you go 1, 2, 3, etc. for a whole minute, and see how many chord changes you could get. Now to start off with, you might get 4 in a minute, where you just go, oh, chord change, get your fingers in the right spot, strum it again, get to the next chord, it might take you a little while when you start off, that's fine. The idea here is pushing yourself. Now the idea is to do it with chords that you have difficulty with. So say another good chord change when you're starting out is G to C. That's quite a difficult chord change when you're first learning your chords. So to start off with, you might only have 2 or 3 chord changes in a minute, but by developing it a little bit and doing it for 1 minute every day, in a week you'll notice a really significant difference. You'll probably go from, say, something like 3 chord changes in a minute to something like 13 to 15 chord changes in a minute in the first week, if you're doing it for 1 minute every day. So that's the little trick exercise. See if you can write it down as well, how many you do each day. You'll notice on my website on www.JustinGuitar.com, in the resources area there's a student practice timetable or a homework schedule that you can download, which has got little boxes to tick off. Now if you put down your chord, which chord it is that you're doing, that you're working on, and then in the boxes you could write down how many chord changes you got done that day. It would be a really good way to plot your progress, and also to it makes you psychologically speed up, because you're trying to beat the number that you got from the day before. That's the trick that kind of makes it work really good. So for those of you struggling with your open chord changes, go for it and see how many chords you can do in a minute. See you again. Bye.